Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Chloe and I'm team mum to my little boy Jordan. So today I thought I'd come on here and actually film the controversial parenting tag. So I thought I'd film this video because a lot of people were sort of asking me my opinions on loads of different topics, and a lot of these topics were actually in this tag. So I thought I'd come on here and film it for you guys. If you're wondering where little man is, he is down there playing in his little toy box. He's just woken up from his nap. So without further ado, let's get into the video. My darling, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. So I've got the questions written down here. So question number 1, pro-life or pro-choice? So I've actually always been pro-choice because I believe that it is always the parent's decision in what they want to do with their body. More so, I would say, I know there's a lot of stigma around this, but I'd say more so the woman's choice in what she does with her own body. So yeah, that's pretty much where I stand on it. I believe that certain circumstances, that was a tongue twister, can lead to a woman getting pregnant, and she shouldn't have to go through with having that baby when she might not be in the position to. It might not have been with the person she wanted it to. She might not have even been in the position to actually consent to what leads up to having a baby in the first place. And I just don't think that that choice should be taken out of a woman's hands in what she wants to do with her body. So yeah, I'm going to graze over that question. That's pretty much all I want to say on the matter because I actually feel very, very strongly about it, and I don't know how old some of the people watching this video are going to be, so I'm going to leave it there. But pro-choice, always have been, probably always will be. Yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go on it. Question number 2, baby wearing. So as far as baby wearing goes, like, I'm guessing people mean like in the slings and stuff like that. I wear my baby a lot. I made my own sling when he was littler out of a scarf. My health phys showed me how to do it, and then I actually, when I realised that I used that a lot more than I thought I would, I actually went and bought my own sling. I can't remember what my one's called, but it's just like one of the ones that you wrap around yourself. But it's really, really good. I will leave the link to it down below, and I'll insert a picture somewhere if I can find one of me wearing him. But as far as how I actually feel in it as like a topic, as in other people baby wearing, I believe that it's completely up to you. I think if you're just wearing the baby to walk around the house and to get jobs done, or like if you're popping to the shops, or you're going for a quick walk, or you're going somewhere where it's not very easily accessible to obviously bring your pram, then I think it's an amazing job. It gives you hands-free, helps you get things done if you've got a really clingy baby. And I think it's a really good idea. However, there has been a lot of things recently on social media about mums in particular wearing their baby slings and their carriers at night to perform a safer way of co-sleeping. I don't agree with that. I think that babies should be in their Moses basket, in a co-sleeper cot that attaches to your bed, in their own cot, anywhere that isn't in your own bed. I think that, especially for me as someone that actually sleeps really heavily, I don't think personally that sleeping with a baby attached to you in a sling is a very good idea. But that's just my own personal opinion. Obviously you can do whatever you want with your babies, and I'm not going to tell someone how to parent, but my views on it are that a baby should be in their own place to sleep, and definitely not in a baby carrier where you could roll over onto them. So question number 3, circumcision. So I actually have a little boy, as you already know. I didn't choose to get him circumcised. I don't agree with it, purely because I think it's your baby. If you do it for religious reasons, I can kind of see it. Obviously I'm not in a religion where we circumcise our babies, so I can't really understand it as much as someone that followed that kind of a religion. But me personally, I don't think you should go near a baby's genitals, because you are taking a decision out of their hands that they aren't even old enough to speak about. They're not even old enough to like say what they want for dinner or tell you that they're tired in words, let alone for you to take a decision that big out of their appearance in their body. Like, when they're older, when they're sort of like 14, 15, 16, and even younger than that, you're not going to be looking at that part of them. That's not going to be anything to do with you. It's not going to be bothering you. You're not going to look at it. It's definitely not going to be something that's going to concern you. And I just think personally that if they grew older and they got to like 16 and they're like, you know what, I want to be circumcised, then they can go and do that. But as far as I stand in a parent, I would never take that decision and change something on my baby's body that seriously when they're that young. Now, question number 4 is actually adoption. Now, I think this is a really tricky subject. So there are 2 ways I can go about it. I very, very, very strongly agree with people adopting babies, like people that can't have children, people that have got children but want more, people that have complications with their pregnancy or don't enjoy pregnancy, people that are older and can't have children anymore, people that are single parents, like, well, not single parents, but like a single person that can't find anyone or doesn't particularly want to be in a relationship but wants to raise a baby. I completely 100% agree in adopting a baby, taking them out of foster care, out of a home, taking them into yourself, giving them a loving home. I think it is 100% an amazing thing to do. And honestly, if I get older and I haven't got the amount of children that I would have liked, or if I get older and I haven't been able to have more children, adoption will 100% be something that I think about. But, and there's a really big but, and I know a lot of people don't agree with what I'm about to say, I would never put my baby, and this is completely my opinion and how I feel, I would never put my baby up for adoption. Purely because I know people that have been in foster care and I know people that have been put up for adoption, and some of the places that they can be put and some of the living arrangements, even some of the foster carers, it's not always this amazing second choice when you don't want to keep your baby. It's not a very nice place to be for a lot of kids. There are so many people in foster care that literally go from house to house to house until they're like 18, 19, sometimes even 20 years old, who never get housed, and then they have to just go off and get their own place and live on their own, and they've never had a solid family or a solid place that they can call their own. And I, for one, would never ever 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 want to put my kid into foster care, carry them for 9 months, give them up to foster care, to know that they might never actually get a home and they might never actually find a family. And there are going to be so many questions in their head, like, why was I given up? Why didn't my mum love me? Why didn't my dad love me? Why wasn't I picked to go with those other families and that girl or boy was? And I just would never, in my opinion, want to put more children into the adoption like category or the foster care, and that's just where I stand on it. I'd never want to do it. If that's your choice, I'm not going to judge you on it, but I never would. So question number 5 is baby piercing. So I have a little boy, so I would never actually think about piercing his ear, purely because it's not like something a lot of people do. Like, you just don't really pierce boys' ears, it's more girls. But if I did have a girl, I wouldn't pierce a baby's ears. I don't know, I just think that they're nice left as they are, how they come out. They're cute, they're good enough, they don't need their ears pierced. But I probably would pierce her ears if I had a daughter when she was like 5 or 6 maybe. But yeah, definitely not when they were like newborn. I know a lot of people like literally get their baby's ears pierced like the day after they're born, but you're actually advised not to by like piercers, because they can't clean them properly on their own, they can lean on them and damage them. The piercing grows out as your baby's ears get bigger, and they don't actually grow like with the ear. So there are a lot of problems around it. So I'd never choose to get, like my daughter, if I ever have one, ears pierced when she was that young, but I'd probably get them done when she was like 5 or 6. So question number 6 is breast milk or formula. So I believe that a fed baby is a happy baby. I chose to breastfeed purely because I could breastfeed. It seemed like an easier option to me because it's just there. I didn't have to bother making bottles. it was cheaper, like by a long shot. So I just decided to breastfeed because I wanted to. It was easier, it was cheaper. However, I do have a set of bottles. I do pump if I ever leave the baby with someone, which I have a couple of times. So I haven't got a problem with it. I just thought it was quicker and easier. I think if you can breastfeed, it's an amazing life experience and bonding between you and your baby. But there are a lot of reasons why, like, a lot of people don't actually want to, which is 100% fine. Like, it is tiring sometimes. But yeah, fed baby is a happy baby, and at the end of the day, as long as your baby's got food in its belly, then that is all that matters. Right, the next question is a really difficult one for me. It is, do I agree with the crying out method or not, and do I use it? I've never used the crying out method. I tell you why. I'm a wimp. I'm a wimp. That's just the answer to the question. My partner's wanted me to do it for ages. He thinks it's good to get the baby out of that routine. He thinks it's good to just let them cry and let them settle themselves. I can't do it. No, baby, I can't, can I? I can't let him just cry in his cot knowing he's upset. Sometimes I'll let him, like, if he wakes up in the middle of the night and he starts crying for like a couple of minutes, like, I'll always give him like 4 or 5 minutes just to see if he'll settle himself. If he doesn't, I'll go through and settle him, like, with him and be with him. But all in all, he's quite good at like settling himself anyway, so it's never really been a problem. But I do think if you have the backbone to use the crying out method, bloody do it. Because I think it's so good to let them settle themselves, to let them get into the routine of knowing, like, mummy and daddy are here, or mummy's here or daddy's here. Like, you haven't got to worry, we're still in the same house, but you got to learn to do it on your own. I'm just a wuss and I don't have the heart to do it, so that's where I stand on it. I think it's a really good thing to do if you have the heart to do it. So, spanking, or like hitting your child, or like that kind of discipline, no. I have nothing else to say on it. No. I don't think it's the way to discipline a child. I don't think it's the way to explain to a child they're doing something wrong. I don't think any of it is okay. Purely, in my opinion, if you spank your child or you hit your child, all you're doing is teaching them that if someone does something that upsets you, or someone does something that you think is wrong, hitting is okay. And I don't think that's right. I think it is much better to discipline them in other ways that doesn't include, I'm not going to say violence, but I just don't think, in my opinion, it's the correct way that I'd go about disciplining my child and telling him that he's done something wrong. Next one is co-sleeping. Co-sleeping, I would never do it myself, purely because I'm a really, really heavy sleeper, and I wouldn't trust that I wouldn't roll over and literally flatten him. But I do agree in putting a Moses basket on a bed and leaving your baby in that, like the top of the Moses. Using like co-sleeping beds that attach to your bed, I think that's a really safe way of doing it. But just having your baby in bed next to you, like, my bed isn't up against the wall, I have my partner sleeping next to me, I don't think it'd be a very safe option. I don't really agree with it. I think it's much better to put your baby in a safe place where they can fall asleep on their own, and even to the point where they're not going to get too attached to you. Like, I know someone who slept in his mum's bed when he was a baby, and he was like still doing it when he was like 14, 15. So I'm not about that. I don't want my baby getting into bed with me still when he's 14. He's tired, so he's come to join us. Next one is home, private or public school. I personally don't think I'd ever homeschool unless, like, they were getting bullied really, really badly and they desperately didn't want to go to school because of that. Then I would contemplate it if that's what they wanted to do. But as far as like just putting them into education, if I could afford private school, I would put them in private school just because of the added opportunities it gives them. But if not, I just put them in public school. Like, there's not a problem with it at all. But definitely public or private over homeschool. Vaccinations, yeah. He's had all his vaccinations since he was born. I intend to give him all of his vaccinations in the future. I just think, I know there's a lot of things going around that, like, vaccinations give your child autism. Well, if there's a choice between giving my baby autism or letting my baby have like meningitis and stuff like that, I would rather him have a bit of autism. I know that's probably frowned upon by a lot of people. Yeah, I would, baby. But I'd rather him have like autism than like some disease that's literally gonna like kill him or put him in hospital. So 100% I've vaccinated my baby. I don't see any problem in it at all. If you do, then that's up to you. That's your baby. But yeah, you vaccinated. If you're wondering why he's naked, by the way, it's literally so hot in the UK right now. So my little naked baby. Next question was cloth versus disposable nappies. I don't have a preference. I use disposable nappies, but I'm actually in the process of ordering some reusable ones off of Amazon. I really want to try them. I think they're really good for the environment and they save you a lot of money. And they also, like the sizes, grow with your baby better. So I really want to try reusable ones. So I will keep you updated on that. I'll let you know how it goes when I get them. But yeah, don't have a preference. If you can use reusable ones, good on you. But yeah, I use disposable at the moment, but I'm going to try reusable ones. So the last question is store or homemade baby food. So I do a mix of both. He's actually got to be dairy and lactose free at the moment because he's had a couple of reactions. So until we find out what's happening with him, he's actually got to be dairy and lactose free. So at the moment, I am pretty much making all of his food. Plus I'm doing baby-led weaning, so it's just easier. You can't really get baby-led weaning stuff from stores. I do most of his at home. However, I do have a couple of like the Ella Kitchen baby pouches to shove in like the nappy bag, like when we go out or something, just to make it a bit easier to feed him whilst we're out if he needs dinner or something like that. Oh, bub. But yeah, that is all the questions, and I'm going to leave it here because little man really needs to go back to bed. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Say bye. My darling, I love you.